Attorney consulting Tori Etheridge in regard to her testimony against Tim Wilder is sparing no words. Wilder terminated last month as Dothan City Schools superintendent, a decision the school board reached based largely on Etheridge's testimony that her former boss sexually harassed her. WDHN's Ken Curtis met with attorney John White. Ken's live in the studio with more. Ken?
Yeah, Ben, White was emphatic that Tori Etheridge was truthful in that testimony you mentioned. In fact, he says she easily passed a polygraph administered this past weekend. And White says anybody who thinks Tori Etheridge did something wrong should be pointing the finger at Wilder. Tori Etheridge was given a polygraph examination Saturday. It was administered by perhaps the most renowned examiner in Alabama, Ed Sasser. Sasser works full-time for the Department of Corrections, but also does polygraph exams on his own time. Sasser tells me there's no doubt Tori Etheridge was being truthful the day she testified against Tim Wilder. She alleged the now terminated superintendent repeatedly sexually harassed her. Proof positive, says White, that Miss Etheridge has been treated unfairly for those who have criticized her testimony. That the bad person here is Tim Wilder and his inappropriate behavior toward Etheridge, nothing more than a continuation of bad behavior history.
This man is a predator. He's done this before. He's done this to other women in the Dothan City school system that I've spoken to. This is something that needs to stop.
White, a former police chief, doesn't mince words and is willing to say in public what many have muttered privately regarding Wilder's previous job in Florida.
Journalists such as yourself, after this, will go question Mr. Wilder. What's the name of the 18-year-old that you were involved with that you had to leave Port St. Joe over?
Etheridge resigned before Wilder was terminated. And what White believes should have been an open and shut case has been anything but, with a lot of innuendo floating around.
This has been a very divisive public situation, but the public needs to know that the Dothan City School Board did their job by unanimously voting to get rid of this man.
Now, White said the idea of Etheridge filing litigation in this matter has not even been discussed, but he says if Etheridge wants to go back to work with the school system, then she should be given a job. Right now, White says her focus, Miss Etheridge's, is getting her life back on track during what he describes as a very traumatic experience.